Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I am going to make some purse charms, and we're going to work with dominoes, and these are just two of the ones that I've already made so that I could show you at the beginning of the video. Here's one. These are inspirational purse charms, and this one says I am enough. And look at how beautiful that turned out. I love it. I'll show you some of the things that I used in this. I purchased the dominoes on Amazon. I got these. These are actually little tattoos. Got those on Amazon. These little flowers, they're nail stickers basically, and those came from Temu, but I believe you can get them on Amazon, so I'm going to try and find an Amazon link for those. And they are really gorgeous, and I will show you kind of a hanging video at the end of this so that you can see what they look like just kind of hanging down in their natural state. But I did add I made this dangle charm. I actually had made it for something else a few days ago. Didn't use it, so I decided it actually went really nicely on here. And then these are just some charms I had laying around. I'm going to have to buy me some more charms because I have actually run very low on them. And the other thing that I used, you can see on the back of this, I added these pieces. These are pieces that I got that are actually for creating earrings, and they're decorative for the dangle earrings. These are actually, the holes you see in the back there are actually for dangling stuff off of if you want to hang them that way, or you can hang them this way and use those to hang them from the actual earring themselves. And then this one definitely is made so that you can put dangles at the bottom and hang it this way. But I have found many other uses for these, and so this was one of them, and I think they look absolutely gorgeous with these dominoes. And these are sideways dominoes. Although I think I'm going to try and make one of these, even though the words will go this way, I'm going to make at least one hanging this way, possibly 2 or 3. I think I've got 7 of the white ones. I spray painted these with my Rust-Oleum Paint Plus Primer, and you can get that also on Amazon, and I will put that link up for you so that you can find that on Amazon. And if you would please, if you enjoy this video, would you please remember to give it a thumbs up and a comment, you guys. I really need those thumbs ups and those comments to grow the channel right now. I don't know what's going on with that with YouTube, but I feel like I'm not getting any love right now. So and that's based on, you know, just new people coming and checking out the channel, and that's mainly because I'm not getting enough of the thumbs ups and the comments and all that stuff. And I know I have some of you that comment every single time, and thank you for doing that. I appreciate it so very much. I've made some beautiful friends from those comments, just having conversations with some of these ladies that have made comments, and then we talk back and forth, and we have made good friends. So I appreciate that, and I have made actually some really beautiful friends through this channel, so I'm grateful for that. I'm truly blessed with some very nice people, like-minded people, and I enjoy those conversations so much. You guys have no idea. And I am enjoying those friendships as well. Some of you I have been friends with for years now. all because of this channel. So, and because of Happy Birds Glitter Nest. Can't forget that. Lori over at Happy Birds Glitter Nest is a dear friend, and I love her so much, and she's the one that helped me get my start here, so I can never forget her, and her kindness and her help in getting started. So thank you, Lori. So let's go ahead, and I think I might have a quote here. I'm not sure. I think I printed a couple the other day. I was feeling really, really sad the last few days, so I thought, let's find some quotes to, you know, remind me that things are going to get better. One says, sadness may seem overwhelming now, but remember, even the deepest pain eventually fades, making room for peace and joy. And peace and joy are the things that I want most in my life, so I embrace that. And speaking of embrace, this is one that says, embrace your journey like a river embraces its bends. Each twist brings you closer to the vast ocean of who you are meant to be. And then, sometimes the most beautiful rainbows come after the most intense storms. Hold on, your rainbow is coming. I like that one a lot. So there's a few quotes for you. Let's get happy. Okay, so these two, I am going to hang these up over here to the side so that they're not in the way. And so I have other dominoes that I'm going to be making. I have them ready to go as well. Some that are very different than the ones that I've always made, but fun nonetheless. Just a little bit different. So let's see. What do we want to do first? Let's see. This one says grateful. This one says love yourself. This one says, actually, I can, and I got to figure out how that's going to fit, I think, but I'm going to have to figure that one out. This one says, and I love this one, perfectly imperfect. You guys know that is my favorite thing. And this one says, never give up. I know you can't read those right now because they're mirrored because they're tattoos. So, we will get them on these, and you'll see that they are gorgeous and really, really cool quotes. I do love this one that says, love yourself. I do, because so many of us just don't. We love everybody else. We nurture everybody else. We do everything for everybody else, but we never do anything for ourselves. And a lot of us need to wake up and start doing that, because many times the people that we're nurturing and we're helping and we're doing all these things for don't even notice. They just don't. So let's give ourselves some love, guys. I think what I really would like to do first is I think I would like to do this perfectly imperfect, and I'm going to have to cut it apart because I again, it will fit on here, but I want to fit these words a little bit closer together, so, which may be a mistake, maybe not, but we're going to give it a shot. So I want these cut as close in as I can so that I know where I can go with the parts that stick up. And we want to cut them right up to the edge here. So that we know how long it is. And so let's go ahead and cut this way first. And we have to remember to take that plastic off the top. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you, I've done it a few times now, and there's actually one piece that I've done that on, that I did the tattoo onto the plastic and I just realized it. And so I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that and keep it, or if I have that word again, redo it, because it's one that is for sale and I don't want to have it go out and forget to fix that and then have somebody get it and it's messed up. So there's that. Plastic is off. Get this piece of plastic off. See, it's got a little piece of plastic over the top of it. So the first word is going to be perfectly. And so I'm gonna, and I did paint the back sides with this little cutouts in it. White, and I want to put something in there. So let me see. I'm gonna try and see. These are gonna go. These are gonna be fine. I'm gonna go over to the left a little bit with perfectly. Just like that. And then imperfect. Well, we got to do perfectly first, so let's get that on there. I've got a small cup of water here and a couple of pieces of paper towels. So I'm going to wet this paper towel here in my water, and all you have to do is put that water on the top, let it soak through, kind of press it down, and it comes off very easily. We slide it just like that, and there we go. And the dry part of the paper towel, we'll just kind of wipe over the top of that. So there's that one. Now let's hope we can get the imperfect on there right. And I want that to go right there. Nope. Gotta go over a little bit more. Right there. Okay. So let's get that down, and hopefully I didn't run anything together, not too much anyway, so that it looks bad. Right here I feel like the I kind of is right in there with that F, but that's okay. And there we go. And now I've got room to add some flowers in here. And I think this one we're going to go ahead, I don't know, do I want, well, let's put these letters on a couple of these first. I want to do that first. This one, I'm very afraid of this one, but I think it's going to work. But I like that so much. Let's go ahead and do, let's do Never Give Up. And that gets cut. And this one, I think, I want to get it as close to the edge as I can. Well, no, let's come down just a little bit, because I do want to be able to put a couple of flowers at the top. Maybe I should just center it. Once I get it down, it's done. It's it's there. That's where it's going to stay. So I'm going to go right there. Okay. And really, it's just that easy, you guys. A little bit of water. Now, you do want to put something over the top of these. If you don't use resin, that's okay. You could use triple thick for this. The only thing with triple thick is I feel like it yellows over time, and I don't like that. That's why I love my resin. And if you use the UV resin, you can buy these little lights. They're handheld, but they're not the greatest for, they're little handheld lights that you can use to cure the resin. But when you've got a big piece of resin like that, best thing to do is to have a nail lamp or something that you can use. And you can get those nail lamps very cheaply on Amazon. They're not that expensive, you guys. So this one's going to go this way, just like that. And let's see, gratitude, or no, grateful, not gratitude, grateful. I love this one. I don't know why I said gratitude, although that would be a good one too. Okay. And we take our plastic off. And this one definitely goes in the middle. Right there, I think, is about the middle. There we go. And you don't have to, like, you want the rag wet, but it doesn't have to be like dripping wet, because that water's going to go through that paper fairly well, fairly quickly, because it soaks it right up. And it's going to stick down just like that. And I'm just wiping it gently after I get it on there. So there's grateful. We've got two more here. We're just going to put all our words on there. We might as well just get that part. So this one, you can see, is too big for the domino. So we're gonna kind of do it like the perfectly imperfect. And I'm just cutting off these edges here, because see, that's not going to fit. It's too long. So let's cut these apart. And I'm going to go like that. This one's going to go on top. And I don't have to cut that bottom piece off, so, because this will go on, then I'll take this off and then the other one will go on. So we will put love right at the top. We want it to go right up there. Maybe it could go over just a tad, but I still want to make sure it's at the top and sitting straight. Okay. I'll dip that in the water just a little bit more. we go. Love. And then this one, I do want to cut this part so that I know where it needs to land. And this is just so that I have a little bit of a oh, it doesn't really matter because that's going to be off to the side anyway. So that will go right about there. Okay. And this is fun. This is relaxing, you guys. This is something you could do just kind of sitting in front of the TV if you want while you're making this part of it and putting the flowers on and stuff, because it doesn't take anything else but you putting these on and just watching what happens. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love that one. And I will decide. I kind of like these little sideways ones. I'm enjoying that. So I may make, I don't know, I may make all of them that way, huh? What the heck? Why not? Okay, so let's... Okay, so this, I'm going to cut right there, and I'll just go with this. I don't want to scrape the lettering off because it is a little bit sticky to the touch, so I could end up pulling that off and having it stick to my finger, and I don't want that to happen. So I have to be careful with touching the top of that in the wrong spots. So let's go ahead and get this one. And this one I'm trying to cut in as closely as I can, sort of all the way around, because I want to know exactly how much space I have. So that's what we've got. And I already took the plastic off the top of this, so actually is going to go on first. And we're going to get that as close to the top as we can. We want to see the whole thing, so I don't want it to go over the edge at all. So that's where actually is going to go, and it's there, so that's where it has to stay. I'm not going to try and pick it up and ruin it. A little more water. Don't want to mess up on this last one. And you can actually take this, look at that, you just slide it over. That's how you're supposed to do it, really. Okay, moment of truth here. And this one's got to go down. Oopsies. Yeah, it's basically got to... Okay, I'm hoping that's going to be good. I think I did it okay. And then I'll have room for some flowers kind of around the, like up in here and here. maybe in a couple of other spots too, but as long as I have some space for my little flowers. The flowers you guys are going to love. I took these out. These are all the ones that I thought were best for these, and they look beautiful on the other ones. And these are actually, they're kind of bumpy. They're thicker than some of the other ones that I've had. Those are little butterflies. But I've got a bunch of them. Most of them are in purple, you guys. I've run pretty much out of the pinks. But that's okay. Some of these are pink and purple. There's pink and purple, but mostly pink. And these are pink. I love these little pink ones with the hearts in them, and that's probably what I'm going to use on this first one, because I've already done 2 in the purples. So, shall I do them all this way? I feel like I should, so that they're very readable on the person's purse. This one looks kind of nice in that direction, because it's very readable. It's nice and big. Grateful as well would be okay. These I feel like need to go this way for sure. But I do love this direction. I feel like something bit me on my face. I'm itching and I feel a little bump popping up. Must have got bit by a spider. Okay, so which one do we want to do first? Let's do this one first. And this one has these little eensy-weensy hearts too that are cute to put in different spots. So I've got those. And this one's got some of the bigger hearts on it. And then we've got these. And you can see they're kind of bumpy. And that's what I like about these. We've got these, which are very pretty with the yellows and the pinks. They actually look really pretty on my projects. And here's some more. Lots and lots. The purple ones are gorgeous. This one's got a lot of them on it. So these are really, really pretty, and I enjoy playing with them and using them on these things. I definitely want to use some of these on one too, because I just think they're so pretty, and they pop. Okay, so we just need to decide what we want to do on this pretty little guy. This one, those are too big. I think I really want to go, whoopsies, I pulled one off. It must be one I took off at some point and didn't use. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and get started here. I have a razor blade here. The razor blade really makes it a lot easier. I really wanted to use this one, but it's too big. I mean, it won't. It has to go straight up and down, and there's not a space for it because it goes almost the width of the domino. So we'll put this one right here. And look at how easy they go on, you guys. And we've got a matching one on this one. Or actually, this one says love. Here's one with just one heart, and I kind of like that. But does it look like I'm trying perfectly love imperfect? It looks like I'm trying to add that to it. I don't think that works. Darn. That's okay. We'll use this one because it matches the other corner. Right here. Oops. Oh, no, 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 no. Lift up, lift up. I went over the T. There. There we go. All right. So isn't that perfect or pretty? I love the way these look. They're so cute. And honestly, this one, I feel like those two are really all it needs. It doesn't need a lot of brouhaha, because I don't see any really that would kind of, well, here's one right here. This one would go. I could take it and make it kind of come over from that one. Let's see, let's do that. And then I think I want to put a couple of hearts on there. I just realized I was definitely wanting to put a couple of hearts on. There we go. And then let's see. So let's just grab a couple of hearts here. We could use a heart for the eye. Right there. I like that. And then these are just teeny tiny hearts. We'll just put a couple around, kind of polka dot it a little bit with the hearts. Okay, let's see. Put one right there. And I think that's actually pretty good. I like that. Isn't that cute? So cute. Alright, so there's that one. And now this one we can do something really cool with. And again, I would kind of like to use the hearts. I really like that one. I've got only one of the big hearts. I'm just trying to decide, do I want it on this side? Yeah, I think I do want it on this side. Oh, you know what? This would be pretty on this one. Love Yourself with the hearts. I think I'm going to use that right there. I'm sorry, you guys. I need to have that on that one. We might as well finish that one. And then, let's see. Oh, we can use this one. This one's pretty. Or I could use that one on that Grateful one. Okay, and then maybe let's see. I think I'll use that one right there. And then we kind of need something a little more I really like that one. And it's going on one of these. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we'll take and add some of these to this one. Use that one there. And let's see, we gotta find another one. Well, let's see, I should have thought that through a little better because I don't have another kind of matching one. So, let's see. I guess the best I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one, and I'm not getting any of those little yellow flowers in here, but we're going to add to this. So that's okay. We're just going to add to it. I feel like that's just going in the wrong direction though. Darn. None of them, oh, there's one. We'll take this one. We'll use this one right here. And then we'll put something in the middle there. We're going to just kind of build on this. Yeah, I wasn't thinking when I was thinking of using this, because I wasn't thinking about the fact that there wasn't another card with other matching pieces. That one just doesn't want to come off. Well, we may have to go into another, some of these other flowers to finish this, because this I feel like is not quite doing what I wanted it to do. And I don't want to fluff it up too much and make it too lumpy bumpy. All right, let's see. What can we do here to fix this? we can add that in there. That will work. Right in the center there. There we go. That kind of finishes it off and it makes it look nice down there at the bottom. And then we'll find something for the top there. What do we want to do? We'll just put that one little heart right here, right up there at the top. Just like that. There we go. Okay, I like that one. Those we're going to put aside. That disappointed me. I've got these beautiful butterflies that are like really pearly and pretty. I'd love to use one on here, and you can actually put it over the words because the lettering comes through. So I can put these pretty much anywhere I want, even if it's a little big, because it'll be fine. I think I might put this one down here in... Do I want this one? Do I want a bigger one over here and a littler one at the top? Let's see. Which one was I looking at? Ah! That's a flower, actually, I think. Yeah, that's a flower. That's pretty too. But here's the smaller one. And I think... Or I could take one of these that just is like a sideways butterfly. I could actually do two of those if I wanted to. Let's see. I like that one a lot. It's a little bigger, but I like it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an open one down here on the bottom. Why isn't it coming off? Oh, there's a whole plastic thing all over the whole top of this. That's strange. That's what wants to come off, not the stickers. Oh my word, what the heck? I guess I'm just going to pull that whole thing off. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do, I don't know. That was kind of protecting them, I guess. So now I got to decide where I was. Let's see. I think we're going to use this one. We're going to go with this one. Yep, that's what that was. These are like stretchy. This is weird. So she's going to go right there. Very pretty. And then I'm just going to go with a sideways butterfly for the top. These are really weird. They're like rubber. There we go. And then let's see if we can find some kind of little floral something or other to go. Let's see. Let's go into these purple ones here. That's a little one there. That'll work. Okay. And then let's see if we can find just a small something to put. There's another one. We can put that one in the other corner. Right there, and I'm okay with covering a little bit of that N. And that is very pretty. Very simple, not too crazy, and very pretty. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? We have these. These have purple and pink in them, and I think we're gonna dive into these this time, if we can find some pretty ones. Although that's kind of more reddish, so I don't know. Maybe we have to stick with these. That's okay, we got this. I'm gonna use this one here. This is one of the little love stickers. We'll put that right in the corner there. And I like this little bunch right here. Do I have another one like this? I do. Okay, so we're going to take these. Let's see, that's about middle. And we're going to go that one that way. And this one on the other side. Like that. So that's my middle. Probably like right there. And then we'll put one heart in the center. No? No. We're going to put this in the center because this is darn cute. There. Okay. And then all we have to do is figure out something for sort of this upper corner. Let's see. I have this whole space up here. Maybe I need to make like a little vine-y kind of thing. Kind of coming up from here and going around, maybe? We're gonna give it a shot, you guys. Why not? We'll start there. And work our way around. Like that. And then I think we'll just put one little fluffy flower right there. Whoops, it's not coming off. Okay, that's good. And now we only have one left to do. Those are gonna go, let's see. Those are gone. I like that one a lot. It's nice and bright and cheery. And it's a nice little big bunch. Just like that. That looks beautiful. And let's see. These are so pretty too. And I don't know why they put these together like this. They don't go, and I'm just not sure why they did that. So I just cut them apart. Let's go ahead, we'll put this one down here. There we go. And then we just kind of need a little, like a little vine going across here a little bit. And we're going to use this one, which is not too busy. There. All right, you guys, we've got some pretty little dominoes there to play with. And these are going to go back into the package I took them out of, so that I can keep them all together. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put these together, but the first thing we have to do is we have to resin them over the top. And you can see I've already resined this one, and I have another one under the lamp, and then we're going to go ahead and do this one on camera, just so that you can kind of watch the process. I know you guys have seen me resin a million things, but let's do it again. So really, I'm just going to take this and hold it in my hand. I'm going to squeeze out my resin. And you got to get it to the edges, guys. You want it to look like it all kind of melts together. So, and it doesn't have a whole lot of weird lines and stuff at the top. So you want to get it close to the edges here as you're squeezing it out, but don't go all the way to the edges yet. We're going to take our little brush here, and we're just going to sort of scooch it over gently so that it doesn't start streaming over and dripping. So I'm doing my usual. I just take my brush and go right to the edge like this. And that tends to help it to go to the edge but not go over the edge. Now this little heart here is going over the edge there, so I am going to kind of get to it and go over a little bit so that I can make sure the side is resined down. Okay, so I think I got that. I'm going to look under my lamp here real quick. I think I got it all pretty good. Right up to those edges. Okay, now I just got resin all over my hand because I touched it with the brush. Okay, and I'm going to take and make sure just a couple of little blasts of my torch like that. I'm going to pop it under my lamp. And I've got this one done. So this one's ready to go. And we're not going to do any rhinestones or anything like that around these. We're just leaving them the way they are. I don't want to make them too big and bulky. So I just decided I don't want to put rhinestones and a whole bunch of more bulky, heavy stuff on it. So we are going to use our filigree corners for the tops of these because I just don't have enough of my little earring pieces to do anything else. And I want to use those for the bottom, the ones that I do have. So all we're going to do here to make it fit is we're going to cut this little tip off on that side and cut that little tip off on this side. And that's about all we're cutting off of those. And then I'm going to take my little emery board here and just smooth out those edges a bit so that they're not sharp and deadly. There we go. We got those corners all smoothed out, and I've already done these two. So those are ready to go. And then the last thing I'm going to do with these is I am going to enlarge the holes here so that our ball chain can go through there easily. And I'm trying to do this without bending it, which is not an easy task sometimes. Some of these are stronger than others and they're thicker. It depends on where you buy them. Sometimes if you buy them like on Temu, you'll get thinner ones. And they're not quite as, they don't go through quite as good. This is one of the harder ones, but I do have one here that's a thinner one that went right through. So make those holes big enough so that your ball chain will go through. Okay, it's not that hard, you guys. It's super easy. It goes really fast. And here I have some ball pins. And we're going to start with, I guess, this one here. The one thing I do need to do is I need to resin. I need to figure out which side's top and which side's bottom. I don't know that it really matters on this. It looks pretty much the same on both sides. So I'm going to take and I'm going to resin this right in the middle here. And the easiest way for me to do that is to take, because see, we've got this line in the middle, so it's really kind of nice because we have that point of, okay, that's where this needs to go. We're going to add some resin right in there and let it kind of drip down in there. And I'm going to hold it under the light for a few seconds so that it starts to cure and doesn't move. So that's important. You guys want to make sure that it isn't going to move when you set it down under the light. Okay, so that's good. This one, we're going to use this little piece on. And it's just going to go right there. I need to figure out, actually it has to go up a little bit, so I'm going to take the top little heart and it's going to go like that. And I think that's the way, oh, I didn't use one of these. Oh, I thought I had already used one of these. I guess I didn't. So it's going to go just like that. So I'm going to flip it over, make sure that I have the best side going forward, and I like the other side. So we're going to go just like this, and just that little heart on the top. And I hate to lose that little heart because it's so pretty, but we have to. So I'm just going to hold it like that. I'm going to get some resin here and just kind of put it through there, get it in the middle, and hold it under my light for a minute. It's nice knowing where that center is automatically, because I don't have to guess if it's going to be straight, because it is. So there's that. Now I'm going to pull this one out, and I'm going to put the top piece on there. I want to get these on there and ready to go. And then we can finish up putting the embellishments on. And I'm going to make it so that this comes down about that far, and I've got that one opening right there that I can pop my resin into. Make sure it's centered. And I'm going to pop my resin right in there. And I'm going to put that under the light. And then I'll do the other side after I get this to where it's stuck. I'll put some resin in the other side. And do that side. Okay, so that's like that. Now we're going to put some resin on this side. Just let it pop down into that little hole there so that it's got additional resin. This one is ready for its bottom piece, so this one we're going to put like this. That's what that's going to look like. So I already know I did use one of these on the other one. I want it to go to about the halfway point. So on this one I have a little bit more to work with. And we're going to put that center hole there, right in the middle where the line is. We're going to hold it down, and we're just going to go like this all the way across. And I'm going to hold it under the light. And there, it's just on there good enough. See, it's nice and centered. So we're going to put it back under the light and let it finish curing. And this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the top piece on. Flip it over so that this front side is pointing down. You guys got this. You've seen me do this stuff so many times now, you guys. I just love doing this stuff. And I love dominoes, and I really haven't done much with them over the past couple of years. I've done 1 or 2 videos, but I just felt the need to do some dominoes, and I pulled my little canister of dominoes out and just started going to town figuring out some ideas. And so now I'm ready to do the work. Okay. Oops. Pushed it down a little far there. Okay. So this side, I'm going to have to hold it in place for a minute because I kind of got it a little wonky there. I get a little resin over the edge there. And I'll hold that for a second. Okay, now I'm going to set that under the light. And now we're going to go ahead and do this one. Oh my word, please tell me I did these all right? Yes, okay. I just scared myself. I thought, did I do any of these backwards? I would have just dealt with it. We would have been fine. And again, we're going to face this one that way. Put this in the middle. And pointing with the bubbly side to the front. And we're going to start with this one. These are just so pretty, you guys. I was so excited when I finished those first two. I could not wait to do a video. I almost did the video last night, but I was so darn tired last night. I'm not sleeping really great lately, so since I was tired, I took it while I could while I could get it. So, all right, so now we can pull this one out, and she's ready to go. Why does that look crooked? I think it's just my eyes. I think it's okay. I think it's this down here that the little loop is a little crooked, and it makes it look crooked to me. No, it is a little bit crooked. Let's see if I can get it moved a little bit. That's better. And I'm just going to add a little more resin to the back of this to hold it down. We're just going to go right through there. Get that whole section right down in there. Okay. Well, now this one's ready too, so we'll just go ahead and we'll start with this one. So what we're going to do is I've got my jump rings here, I've got some ball pins, and these need to get straightened out. I don't know why these are always bent when you get them. You know, they're never straight. Very few brands, and it's when you get the really good ones that they will come to you straight. But, I mean, they bend real easily. They, you know, you can shape them. But I don't know where my straightening tool is. I've got one, like the one that Lori uses. But I can't. My box of tools that I used to use for these is down under the mountain of supplies. And so that is where it will stay for right now. Okay, so there's that, and then I've got, I do want to get my eye pins here as well, because I may want to put, oops, wrong side. I may want to put a couple of little dangle bits on here. I don't know. You know what? No, I think I'm just going to do these with the ones that I have here. I don't think I'm going to add any beads or anything to these. I just want to leave them a little more simple. So I don't even know that I'm going to need these. Oh well. Unless I decide maybe I'll put one little bit. Let's see. Maybe on this one, since it's got smaller pieces. that. And I also have, oh, please be close by. Please, please, please. I had it out here yesterday using them. And I moved everything around again. Where's that little earring package? Oh well. I think I've got a couple of little bead caps in here. Well, that one's kind of bent up. There we go. Is that it? I think that's all I've got is those little three. Oh, is that one? There we go. Okay, and I also have some of these little teeny tiny roses. Those might be kind of pretty. To add to one of them, right? Got some of those. Just in case. Okay. And I've got that flower. There's one more little tiny one. Okay, well, who knows? We might want to use a few of those. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get moving on this one. All right, so we're going to take one of our jump rings and open it this way so that you're opening it this way and this way. And this one's getting these. This will actually hang from that one. Let's see. I can't fit a lot through this little hole here. It's a very tiny hole, so I feel like I can, maybe what I need to do is just put this jump ring in and connect my other stuff with other jump rings, and that can all kind of live on this one. I think that's probably my best bet. Okay, so we've got that on there. And then now I can take a smaller jump ring and we're going to go with Inspire. And actually, I think what I'll do is I'll put the cross on with this one and the Inspire. And the problem is I have to put another jump ring on there so that these all go in the right direction. But I think this one will be big enough. So that's what I should have done, is just put this littler one on first. And then the bigger one. And then all my other ones. Sorry, guys. Okay, so close this up the same way it got opened. And I'm using my round pliers, which I shouldn't be using, but it's what I had handy. So I'm using them, but they don't grab like my other ones do. Okay, so we got that one on there. Now we can put this one on. Nope. We have to actually literally put 2 of these on. And I am going to go with another small one. I don't want that big one on there. So this just kind of makes a little chain link. I could have put, you know what, I have a little piece of chain here on this. Maybe I'll cut this off of here. Or, you know what, we'll just open up this jump ring. Why waste, right? Okay. I don't want to use the lobster claw. And we'll just take a little piece of this, and here we are going to cut it. And I am going to hang this from the bottom of this. Okay. And then we're going to hang the Fearless tag a little bit higher. And this is the tricky part. This is where you have to figure out how to make them all hang in the right direction. So I'm going to hold this chain just like this, and I want to go right there, and I pray that that's, I can't see it until I close it up and see where it lands when I hold it straight down. It's about time for me to get some new pliers as well, because they've been around a little while and they've gotten their use, but they're about kind of bent up a little bit and stuff, so they're not grabbing things as well as they could be. Let's see. And they are hanging in the right direction. Yay! Okay, so now this little piece of chain can actually hang from this ring. So we're going to put it right on here. We'll open this one up a little. These rings are pretty strong, these little ones are. They're stronger than the bigger ones are. So that's kind of why I want to use the little one. Now I need to make sure that however I hang this, it's going to go in the right direction, and I think I've got it on there right. I tend to always do it wrong the first time. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Please don't yell at me about the pliers I'm using, you guys. I know it's not right. And I'm trying, but they just, I don't know exactly where my flat blue pliers are. I know they're right here somewhere because I used them yesterday. Those are nippers. I just need to look around for them. Okay, they're hanging in the right direction, you guys. Yay! Okay, so we got that on there, and then I want this heart to go on there. And it's already got a little jump ring on it, so we might as well use it. And this is going to go up here on the jump ring at the top. Whoops. We need it to go the right direction. Okay, so that is going to send it in the wrong direction. Alrighty then. Well, oops. We're just going to go down to the next chain link and hang it from that. Fingers crossed. And everything is going in the right direction. Yay! Okay, so that's good. I like that. So that one's kind of ready to go. Maybe I should put one little dangle, pearl dangle. I could take, well, no, I don't want to do that. I was going to say I could take a piece of this. This would be pretty on this one. And I can glue it to the back side because it's on this piece of, let's go ahead and cut one off. I've already glued along the entire back of this so that when I wanted to use it, I could just use it. And then we need to snip off these little extra pieces here. I don't need you. Okay, so now we've got just that little tab right there. And I can take that, flip it over, and I can glue it right on the back side of this. Let's hold it first and see what it looks like. Nah, I don't like it. I'm so glad I decided to look. I don't like it. No. All right, we like it just the way it is, but I am going to go ahead and I am going to make my own little pearl, just a tiny dangle, little tiny one. And I know I have some of these little ball pins that are smaller in the other container, but I just want to get this going here, so I'm going to go ahead and use this big one. Okay, there's an end cap and a bigger pearl and another cap. Make sure that goes through the center hole and not one of the side holes, and it just wants to go through the side holes. And you guys, just so you know, my fingernails are not dirty. I got stuff up under them from spray painting yesterday using black paint. And so, yeah, it's on there. And I had another little pearl here. What did I do with it? Oh, my. Well, we'll just do this. cut that. And there we go. We have teeny tiny pearls. And those are even smaller. That would have been pretty at the very bottom. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, just like that. That's all we want. So now I'm just gonna nip this right there. And we're gonna bend this like that. Get our round pliers and round it over the back way. Whoops. I envy those of you who don't have shaky hands. There we go. And I like that circle to sit very centered at the top, because if you don't bend it back enough, then it leans forward or what have you, or yeah, forward basically, and then it doesn't hang right. So I like to try and keep it centered as best I can. So now we're going to take and we're going to get one of these small jump rings, and oh, that's not together. Got to make sure that thing is closed, because if it's not, it's going to fall off. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to put that right through that top jump ring, and we don't have to worry about direction on that because it can hang any way it wants. It's the same all the way around. Close that guy up. There we go. And see, that little one looks really pretty on there. The other one was just too much. Okay, so that one is ready for ball chain. So we're just gonna move that over here. Next, who do we have? We have this one and we have this one. And they're both so beautiful. So this is Love Yourself. These are the pieces for this one. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make another, let's see, where did my little thing go? Okay, let's get moving on this. Okay, let's see. We've got Love Yourself is going to be next. And what I'm going to do on this one, that goes with that and that. Leave and trust. And then those go with that one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang this one in the center for sure. This is a definite. And I think I want to hang the other ones off to the side, but I want to look at it and see kind of how it looks before I commit to that. But the only way to see if I'm going to like it is to do it and check it out. So, and I went ahead and while I was off camera for a minute there, I found my little end caps. So I made 2 more little dangle pieces here. And let's see, let's put that there. Trying to keep everything in good places. Okay, and then this also is going to hang from here. What did I do? There's still a little piece of this chain. I think I'm going to take this chain here and I'm going to hang the cross from that because I want it to hang a little bit longer than the heart. And get that off of there. We don't need you. And I'm going to grab a jump ring to put the chain on with. And it's going in the center as well. So we'll get the chain on, and then if I have to, I'm really hoping the other 2 look good hanging from the sides. I really, really, really hope. And we're going to get another small jump ring, and these are about, I'm going to say 2mm jump rings. And actually, I think this cross is good on both sides, and it'll hang right either way. Okay, so we've got that on there. And then I think I might use the bigger jump rings for these pieces here. So we've got trust, and that needs to hang right there. Okay, so there's trust, and we need believe. We have to believe. No, no, Holly. No, no, Holly. No, no. No, no, you can't come in here. Go on out and lay down. I'll be out in a minute. I hope. Go on. Go lay down. Oh, you better not have stole anything. Okay, good girl. Good girl. My dog is a thief when it comes to my craft room. Okay, so we got that one together. Okay, so yeah, that hangs really nicely like that. Look at that. I love it. Okay, so that one is almost done. I'm going to hang one I think I'm going to put it in the center, and I think I'm going to use the big ring for this one as well. Okay, where is my, there it is. Okay, so we're going to hang that on there, and it doesn't matter which direction we go, so we can just get it in there and hook her up. I did take out these little flowers too, so I haven't looked really to see. Yeah, that looks very pretty. To see if I want to use any of them yet. Okay, so now this one. This one should go really fast, you guys. Let's see. The only thing is I don't have a piece of chain. Darn. I'm going to look real quick. Okay, I found a piece of chain. Woohoo! Okay, so I just like to have chain because I like to hang things at different lengths. And if I don't have a chain, I cannot do that. And I found a jar of some more charms. So yay! I'm excited about that. I have to go through it. Some of them are silly charms that I'll never use. But charms nonetheless. I don't even know what that is. I guess it's a map. That's for like traveling, I guess. So let's see. How do we want to do this? I'm going to cut a piece about right there. And we'll save that piece of chain. Okay. All right. So now let's get back to this. Get this stuff out of our way. And all right. So what do we want to do here? This is going to hang definitely in the center as sort of our centerpiece. This I think I will hang from the chain. So let's just go ahead and let's pop that on there if we can. Put that right about there. Boy, it just makes it around that key. I hope it's going to close okay. If not, I'll have to use one of the bigger jump rings. Ooh, just made it. Look at that. Awesome. And it doesn't have to connect to anything else, so that's all we need to do. And I have a little piece of chain sort of hanging off of that, which is kind of what I wanted. Then, actually, what I could do is I could hang the cross down here off of that. Or do I want it up higher? You know what? I may hang that a little bit higher on there. I think I will. Oops. And this does have a front and back, so I'm going to hang that right there. And the longer I work on this stuff, you know, my eyes start to see double on me. Okay, there's that. And we have our faith charm, and I actually had another cross. I don't know if I want to use both of them or not. I think I'm going to hang that sort of with that. So we're going to use a bigger jump ring for this. I'm going to put my faith charm on first, and we'll put the heart behind that. And the heart says, "You are always in my heart." And that's going to go right there in that little bottom hole. Just like that. And I'm going to say I don't feel like I can get another jump ring through that little hole. I'm going to see. Yeah, I just don't think that's big enough. Okay, that's all right. We can hang this on the back side of that one. And that is going to hang how? Oh, goodness gracious. All right, well, the jump ring popped out, so let's try this again. Maybe we'll put it on the chain first, which would have been the smart thing to do in the beginning. Okay. And we want that to go that way, so I don't know, this one's going to hang the other direction, so I don't know. We'll see how it hangs on there. Actually, you know what? I don't want this big jump ring though, for sure. I wanted a small one. Okay, so we got that on there. Oh, luckily this heart says that on both sides. I didn't even realize that. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, I hope you guys are not hearing my stomach. It has been making more noise this morning. I'm not eating good. I don't feel like eating at all, ever. And I'm forcing myself to eat, but I'm still not eating the greatest. And I really need to change that. But I don't feel like it, you guys. Nothing sounds good, nothing tastes good. And I hate it. I hate when I go through spells like that. And it happens every now and then. Okay, there's that. Now we've got our little pearl piece here, and we're going to use another tiny jump ring. Going to pop it in the eye. And I don't know, maybe I'll hang that down here. Like kind of in the middle there. I think I will. I think I'll use the chain so that that can be displayed without covering up that heart. Because we've already got the faith tag on there, so we don't want more covering it. Okay, so we got that on there, I think. Can't see the other side. There we go. I'm hoping I find some good charms in that jar that I found. I hope. Okay, so there we go. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, now we're going to just put our ball chains on, and I don't know. I mean, that looks really pretty right there, doesn't it? Maybe that and a little rosebud. Whoopsies. There's a little rosebud. That's very pretty. I think I'm going to do that. I'm sorry, you guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to put a little dot of resin there. And pop it under the light for a second and hold it so it doesn't move. And let that harden up. Let's see, do we want something on this one too? And we've got this one. This one, we might actually be able to use. Oh, the center of this would be a nice place for that to fill in. I don't like the red ones though. And all I have is these little rosebuds. So let me see what we can do with maybe 3 rosebuds. Like that. Meh. Meh. Now they do look good on that one. That looks cute, because it matches with the flowers that are on there. So I am going to do it. And we'll add just a dot of resin to kind of drizzle between those. Go on through there. There we go. And I think that'll do it. It's amazing the difference between, you know, looking at them on one thing and then on another. I also have a couple of these little flowers that might actually work cuter on this. And there's one pink one. Yeah, come on. Try not to waste too much of your time, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe what we'll do, instead of that, maybe we'll add a teeny tiny pearl on there instead. So let's get a little bit of resin on here. And we'll pop you on first, and then you. Now the kids are all out of school now, so they're all walking by. Let me use this to kind of put that on there. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay. And there you go. All right, now we've got this one ready. This one probably should have a pearl on it too, huh, you guys? And I'll grab one more. Maybe it should it just be a teeny tiny one? Yes. Teeny tiny. Okay. You go there. All right. So I'm gonna drop a dot. Get my little ball pin there to grab it with. There we go. Yep, makes all the difference in the world. And that one's got the pearl, and that one doesn't. All right, so let's add a teeny tiny pearl right there. Right there. Okay, that's good enough. Oh no, I didn't put this on. Shoot. That goes on this one. Ah, is it this one or is it this one? This one's good. We don't need anything else on that one. This one feels like it's missing something for sure. So we're going to add that heart right there to that one. I just totally missed it. It was sitting there waiting to get put on and probably screaming at me. And I didn't see it. Oops, grabbed that in the wrong spot. Okay, so let's get this beauty on here. I feel like it needs to go I think I'm going to put it on the one with, let's see, it needs to go this way. Okay. I'm glad I caught that because I thought that one seemed a little sparse. But I thought maybe that's just kind of what I decided to do with it. Ugh, the kids are out of school. You guys, I hate to say it, but I just hate when those kids go walking by and they get mean and oh, hateful, hateful, hateful these children are. Okay. So you're good. You're good. You're good. These can go up here with those. Kind of wished I had thought of those for these as well, because they're just so pretty. Oh well, that's okay. These roses are gorgeous too. All right, ball chain. Ball chain. And fasteners. So we need 1, 2, oh, there's a piece of ball chain. I'm running very, very low on ball chain, so I need to buy, in fact, I started to get online and order some last night and I forgot. 1, 2, and 3. That's all I have left. And this is my, I don't even remember how many millimeters this one is. It's the bigger one. I mean, not huge, but it's, I ordered this teeny tiny stuff once. This stuff, and I hated it. I could not attach the fasteners. It was terrible. But I also have some like white ball chain and some other, I think I have black, white, and maybe some brushed like brass toned ones. I'm pretty sure I have antique brass ones, and that's pretty. I like the antique brass. But most of the stuff I do is using silver. So all we're going to do is pop those through those holes that we enlarged. And okay, my husband's home, so I'm going to shut you guys off for just a minute. Let me just attach this real quick, if I can, quickly. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to show you the next one. Okay, so that one's on there. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I added the ball chains on to all of them. I figured that's easy peasy. So you guys know how to add that on there. But so these are all done, and they are beautiful. And I still have my first 2 that I did here. And they're all absolutely gorgeous. I'm super duper happy with the way these turned out, you guys. I love them. And I'm glad I decided to try and use those little tattoo things to do these, because it was worth it. Well worth it. I love these. So these will be available in my Etsy shop if you're interested in purchasing one. But if not, go get yourself a tin of Dominoes and some little stickers, some little baby stickers. The nail stickers are the best ones you can buy for something small like this, because they're teeny tiny. You can find ones with butterflies and flowers and bumblebees and all kinds of cute little things. And I have a bunch of those around. I have others that do have the butterflies and everything, but they're in another location, so I wasn't able to get to those right at the moment. But you can do so much with them. Put a couple of your little teeny tiny flowers. Get yourself some filigree corners, because that's really all you need to use as a hanger if you don't have these little earring bits. I'm going to try and find some of these on Amazon, and if I find them, I will give you guys a link, because if I do find them, I'm going to order some more, so that I will have some to kind of finish off my dominoes. I've got so many of them that I want to finish. So anyway, I want to try and get some of those so I can make them pretty. I don't want them to be, you know, I don't want to just use anything and not have them look the way that I want them to look. So I'm going to try and find some pretty bits and pieces so that I can finish the other ones that I have off and make them look really nice too. So I will get on that, and I will provide you guys with a link as soon as I find something on that. So I thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and a comment down below, and check the description menu out, and you'll find all of the links to the items that that are out here, except for a few little things that are just things I had laying around in my stash that I can't, obviously. Little crosses like this, you can find them in bulk. Just tiny cross charms is all you need to type in. These, this one was a Happy Mail piece. Somebody sent it to me in Happy Mail, so I'm not sure. But these ones here, I know you can get on Amazon because I've bought them there before. This cross is the same as this one, only it was like a brushed nickel or I don't know if it's a antique brass or whatever. Anyway, it's a little different in color. But I do have some others in here that I painted black because I'm doing some dark colored dominoes. And I want those to have, I'll show you a couple of them that I've gotten started with. I've started the process of putting the images on there and dressing them up a little bit, but I didn't have them. I've got some other ones. I definitely want to do one with this image. I'm dying to do that one. And I have a couple of other ones in here too to do, yet to do. So, yeah, so I'm having fun with dominoes. So, anyway, I just hope you guys really enjoyed this one. God bless each and every one of you. I love you, and I thank you for always being so wonderful and watching, and your wonderful comments. Take a look at my Etsy shop. Do some shopping. I know Christmas is going to be coming not too far down the road. So I've got some great stuff in there for holiday gifts. And get out there, get crafting, and make something for yourself. Bye-bye. God bless each and every one of you. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end.